There are 2 goaltenders this year with 30 wins. Name them.
I was going to say Alexander Georgiev because he's played so much, but the Avs have been
Thatcher Demko.
kind of butt.
Thatcher Demko is one.
Got to be Hellebuck.
Jesse?
Connor Hellebuck.
And Steve, you should have stuck with your original answer. It is Georgiev.
No!
And Georgiev got his 30th win last night against the Vancouver Canucks and Thatcher Demko, who has 30 wins.
Son of a gun.
And you know, the Canucks are 0-3 for the first time this season, which is wild. First 3-game losing streak of the entire year, which
Did
is
they
just
not
wild.
start the season last year on a 3-game losing streak?
Yes, those were those really bad games with the Oilers.
Yeah. So
where it's like both teams lost.
it's quite a difference.
Yeah, huge. Third period's a bit of an issue for the Canucks. They've gone into all of those games that they've lost, either tied or leading. Specifically the 10-7 game, which we didn't get to yesterday. I think they were up 5-3.
But they got Zadorov.
But they got Zadorov. Wouldn't happen with him on the ice. I do think that the Canucks are going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's a 3-game losing streak. It'll be fine.
February is a difficult mental month for, I think, good teams. Because obviously all year they've been so dominant. But there's always the, like when teams are hot at the beginning of the season, from the hardcores, there's still like a bit of, yeah, whatever. You got to peak at the right time. This doesn't actually mean anything, whatever. But from a mental standpoint, you don't want to be playing your worst hockey in February either, do you?
No.
And this is probably their worst hockey,
Yeah.
right? It certainly is in terms of results. So even though we all know they're probably going to be fine, I think there's maybe a little, I don't know if the word is panic, but this losing streak has their attention.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm not worried about it at all in the slightest. I'm sure there's some internal. They'll probably have to bag skate it. They'll probably have to clean up some stuff. Canucks will be fine.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of fans are looking at the 3-game losing streak as they're like, hey, this is a big revelation on the team. There's problems here. We need to fix it all. But I think they've been lucky to not go through a slump like this so far. And I think even good teams this happens to, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, especially just the way they play hockey is something that they can sustain for a long playoff run. I don't think anybody should be concerned about the Vancouver Canucks.
Now, something special did happen last night. Arshdeep Bains from Surrey, BC, became the 4th ever Punjabi player to play in the NHL. The other ones being Robin Bawa, Manny Malhotra, and Jujhar Khaira. Played 13 minutes, threw 3 hits. And his dad was there, which was really cool. And I think it's just a good little story. I wish they'd got the win for him.
Yeah, I know. It is really cool though, and like people have been excited from the moment he was called up. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And that like NHL debuts are so much more about like the families and the coaches they had along the way and just the whole like minor hockey system they went through and having just the kid, you know, you watched grow up, reach the NHL.
On his hometown team.
Yeah.
He's from Surrey.
Yeah. I feel like that's it. It's even more of that than it is for like the player because there's like, okay, I'm going to have 1 million of these, hopefully off 1,000 games one day. And this is my first one. It's obviously special. But the thing that like brings a tear to your eyes watching his dad in the
Yeah.
you know, like that to me, like that's warms my heart.
I hope there was a camera on him the whole time. I would love to count, just for science, the amount of hands shaken.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels
Congrats.
like every time they show the mom or dad, it's just like, I mean, the game's about them.
Yeah.
It's not about
It
the
is,
player.
right?
Yeah, like, dude, congrats. It's like they're in the lineup,
Your
right?
kid's in the NHL.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
you did a pretty good job.
pretty damn cool.
Congrats.
Alexander Ovechkin has 8 goals over an 8-game streak. After his first 8 goals came over 43 games. He's on a 9-game point streak. One of those games, he got 2 goals. I think it was last night, but 8 goals in 8 games. Is Alexander Ovechkin officially back?
Well, Adam, I can't focus on that.
Why not?
Oh God, I'm so distracted, Adam.
By what?
My Netflix account has been locked.
Why?
Yeah, I got a text that says my Netflix account is on hold, and I think it's real.
Oh, no.
I think it's very real. Do you think I should text them my credit card info?
I think you should. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. It
This-
seems reputable.
Are you trying to avoid talking about Ovi being good?
No, I'm not. Dude, why? Didn't I call this? Didn't I? Like,
I said he was in for 35 goals this year.
we allowed ourselves to be like, maybe he is a little bit cooked. And he certainly did look it.
Sure.
Like, not even, like, I don't think anyone was really calling him snake bitten even. Everyone was just like, oh, he looks kind of useless a little bit. Goals in 8 straight games. I mean, it's the most Ovi thing ever. It's the most Ovi thing ever. He's still so far away from that record, though. Like
56 goals. I don't think that's so far away.
Well, not if he keeps scoring literally every fucking
I think
game.
that's a hang around pace now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
3 more years at 20 goals.
when he was sitting at whatever it was, 7 or 8 goals,
Right.
It looked far.
Right.
Now that he's scoring at like a
Goal a game pace.
like what's he on pace for now? Like even if it's 25,
Right.
even still, like he needs like 2 more seasons like that, full seasons, and then some.
He couldn't do 10 goals a year. You know,
No.
he couldn't stick around for 10 goals a year for 5 years. That's a little too much. But if he's putting up 20, I think Ovi's got enough legs in him to do 3 of 20.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's fine. That's doable.
Man,
Can you imagine?
it's wild that record is going to get broken.
Yep.
And Gretzky's still going to have like, I don't know, 3 or 4 dozen records. in
Every
his
other
name.
record,
Like,
yeah. But that record looked impossible for a time.
Oh,
and now he's going to do it.
And then Matthews is going to break it. So
He's on pace.